Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's the way. Right. So, how are you all today? Good? Leadership. Leadership, it's a buzzword. Right? We all talk about leadership and hearing about leadership. And what's leadership? Leadership we hear is all about leading people, leading humans. But my friend, to me, leadership is all about leading humanity. Right? That's the core belief and the core philosophy that I have. I'm Albab. I'm a Scholastica, 82 batch. And I'm 82 years old. I'm a human resource consultant. Successful? I don't know. Content? Yes, I am. And actually I'm 52, and given the chance to live for another 52 years, I would love it. Now, let's talk about today's topic. Purpose. How many of you are aware of your purpose? Raise your hand. So you know what goal you have in life. You know where you're going, right? You know what you want to be. Now let me ask you, how many of you have come today to see TEDx, to see the speakers and hear what they want to talk about? Raise your hands. So rest are here just late. Good, at least we have a purpose. Actually, there is a purpose which is above any other purposes, bigger than any purpose. And that purpose is called the divine purpose. Heard of it? That's what we live for. The divine purpose. And this purpose is driven by values, by legacy, enlightenment, academics, intellect, and that's what we're going to talk about. And you see, whether we believe it or not, whether we like it or not, we have come to this world for a tenure of time, predetermined time. And we're going to go back somewhere. And I believe so, that we're going to stand before our Creator. And He is going to ask us, I give you 52 years, or maybe another 52 years. What did you do with my sleep? And what kind of answer do you think would satisfy us all? You know? I wish you would say, I'm happy with you, you have done your best. You have tried your best. You tried to live your purpose. Right? So that's what I am trying to do. Trying to live my purpose. So from today will you find out your purpose and try to live it. Now, how did I come to realize my purpose? And trying to become that human being that would make me a purposeful being. A purposeful human being. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm really kind of confused about this. So, I'll tell you a story. How I have realized my purpose. How I found my purpose. It was way back in 2011 I was only 45 and agile, playing a lot of cricket, doing from 7 in the morning to 9 o'clock, doing my garment factory, very successful. One fine morning, I ended up with a severe fever and I was taken to the hospital. I was brought back from the factory, I was taken to the hospital and I was detected for potential dengue. I had body aches, rashes, I was throwing blood with my cough. 2 days passed. I was sitting home and my father said, "Why are you sitting home? Go back to the hospital. You should not be so carefree about it." I got readmitted and to my utter surprise, my blood platelet count was abnormally low, all-time low. I had to be infused with blood platelets and I was taken to HDU, which is the younger sister of ICU. And next morning I was lying in the HDU and I see this group of people, all in their astronaut, wearables, white thing, and what you can see is this face through as if I'm some kind of contaminated alien being. And what they have in their hand is a corkscrew. What the hell? They say that we are going to drill your chest. Why? Because we got to draw your bone. So I said, if that makes my dengue go away, do it. It's going to pain for you. I said, good. Fine, fair enough. They did it. And after that, for 7 days, they were all fine. Not a single word. Whenever I asked them something, what's wrong with me? I mean, I've got to go back home. I've got to watch Bangladesh-England cricket match, World Cup cricket match that was happening in Chittagong. And I threw such a tantrum that they had to bring in a ice cream in HQ only for me. Anyway, then 7 days passed, my father came back he was away, he said that, "Son, you're back in the cabin from HTU, but we're flying you to Singapore." I said, "Why am I going to Singapore?" You have to go to Singapore because you had a very bad dengue and we want to check your organs, are they intact or not. Fair enough? So, to cut the story short, when I was checked into the hospital early morning in Singapore, one of the top hospitals, I saw this tiny young man, about 50, early 50s, waiting there. And he said, "I'm a doctor." And first thing what I asked him, "Doctor, do I have leukemia?" And he said, I asked him, "Do I have leukemia?" And he said, "Yes, young man, you do. But we are going to fight it through." I was in the hospital for 7 more days in Singapore. I did not realize a bit. My friends coming in, my family's coming in. There was a huge, as if party going on. Everybody has come to see Albab, he's lying in the bed. And this bugger is down with leukemia. But I tell you, when I was told to go back home, get yourself prepared, you're back in 7 days because you're going to be here for 6 months and we're going to give you 6 cycles of chemo, 5 cycles of chemo. That's when it struck me. So I was in the apartment in Singapore for 5 more days. And the first morning when I woke up, I thought my life was over. I just couldn't say a word to anyone. I was dumbstruck. Absolutely confused, dazed, and I did not know what to say and when to say what. I was waiting, and when I was going to sleep at night, I would shut my eyes and I would see the entire room closing in. And I was getting there. 7 days gone, I came back to Bangladesh. After that, after 7 days, I packed up everything. I handed my business over to my partners. Because I was gone for 6 months, and I went back, and my chemo day started. And I tell you, the first 3 months were kind of very discomfortable, uncomfortable. Needles and pricks and all, and feeling of chemo, not very pleasant, you know. But I managed it. And at the turn of 3 months, the doctor said, at the beginning I told you that we can do it together, and we did it. They did not find a single cancer cell in my blood. I asked them, which is the best? And this is the best. And what I did is, through everything, went there and I posited it. Thank you, God. So, now, I was given a break for another 7 days. Then you can go back, see your children. Because I had 3 children at that time. One of them was appearing for his A-levels. And he lost a year. So I came back home. While I was traveling, that's when I was in the frame of mind. I was asking my dad, what is this? Baba, can you tell me? What the hell is going on? I mean, I have got leukemia. There are 2 million people in Bangladesh supposed to have leukemia out of 170 million people. And how could I end up in that 2 million people? And then I get this treatment of luxury, the 5-star hospital. I stay in an air-conditioned apartment in one of the top-notch areas. You take me in a taxi early morning, in an air-conditioned taxi to the hospital, and you bring me back. I mean, this is nothing but a holiday, medical holiday, Baba. And he said, son, everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose to it. He hands me over a piece of paper, newspaper, and it was Bangladesh Diwan. And there was a newspaper, there was a picture of a woman. And trust me, this is no miracle. It's just a will of God. She had the same type of ailment that I had, and she was pleading for money for the same kind of drug that I was taking at that time. And I said, and he said, this is your purpose, believe it or not. And that's the time I realized. I survived because I realized. When people ask me, how did you survive leukemia? I said, I did not survive leukemia. My realization survived leukemia. And she was my first patient that I took. And it was 2011. Until today, I have got 29 trustees with me, and I'm running an organization called Bangladesh Cancer Foundation. It's all about helping those patients who can afford an air-conditioned cab, a 5-star hospital, and air-conditioned apartment in Singapore. There are many out there. All you have to do is look for them and you'll find. Now let me come to the true story about purpose. See, this is what I realized when I was trying to find my purpose. That actually, we exist not for ourselves. We coexist. You see these people around you, right, sitting next to you, we all coexist for each other. And our commitment is, as I've said, humanity. And, trust me, we all have come to this world on a mission. It's a journey. Find out what your journey is all about. Don't make it happen the hard way. I learned about my mission in the hard way. Learning through a process in life. Live your life and you'll find out what this mission is all about. Because somebody out there needs you. Needs you. Because you coexist, there is somebody else is existing for you. He needs your help. She needs your help. And I tell you, you help them, this help will come back to you when you need it. Because you appear as a part of his or her prayers. That's, you are the answer to her or his prayers. So, as I've said, am I successful? No, I'm not, but I'm grateful. Friends, this is the story of my survival. Because I realized my purpose. And I can assure you this, that life as you go along, there are going to be lots and lots that you need to come across. Because you're in a journey, you're in a world where nothing is going to go right. It's a world where your hearts are going to be broken time and time again. But it's all about how you perceive your life. Perceive it like make it a life where, a life to be remembered. Lot of problems, lot of hurdles are come on your way. You're going to be alone in a journey. I am alone in my journey because when I realized that I'm going to build Bangladesh Cancer Aid Foundation, I give up my factory, I give up my luxury life, I give up my cars. My family went against me. I was abandoned. Except my son, who stood by me and said, Baba, go on doing what others haven't done. And I took the untrodden path. I lost a lot. There was a time, there were days when I could not have money to buy petrol, where I drove a luxury car to my factory every day in Ibiza. For 10 years, money wasn't a problem. But I'm here now to write a story of my own life. I'm going to write it till the day I die. I will do what others haven't done, so that when I lie down and my life is going to flash before my eyes, I'm going to be contented. And one more thing. When I die, this is what I aspire. When I die, I want to have thousands at my funeral prayer. Trust me. That's what I want from deep inside. I want thousands to be at my funeral prayer. I want to make sure, these are the three things that I want. I want to make sure that whichever life I've touched in my life, not by my fingers only, I've come across, so that I remember once I'm gone, I'm remembered in the prayers with a smile. And while I'm lying down, left to rest, I'll be smiling. That's what I aspire. So that the angel of death is jealous of me. You're one guy. One hard nut. That's the kind of a life I want. That's the kind of life you've got to live. You've got to live. You're not going to be remembered everywhere. You're not going to be remembered all the time. But I can tell you something. Find a purpose. Do something where, when people people remember you, they remember you with honor, pride, and tears. That is something that I know, that is something that you ought to do, because you have that privilege. We have that privilege. We were born to that families. So my friend, as I've said, serve the humanity. That's the biggest service that you can ever provide. And this service only gives you gain, no loss. You don't make any loss. All you do is make profit. And the profit is your contentment inside. That thing that you show right nowadays, that is the one. Filling it. Love for others, love of others. Remember these quotes. I love these quotes. These are not mine, but I can always relate. And these are my human rights. And this should be your human rights as well. I have a feeling I've got you guys depressed. Have I? Have I? See, that's the problem. When the reality bites, the bite is too hard to take. And this is the reality. So make sure you find your purpose now before you find it the hard way. Thank you very much. Today is actually my father's 79th birthday. He would take me all the 3 months that I was there. This I want to share. Allow me, Nafi, 2 more minutes. Would you kindly? When I was in Singapore, he would, every month, there was 14 days that I was under constant supervision of the doctors. So I had to go to the hospital in the morning. Nafi, I wanted 2 more minutes. Thank you, boss. He would take me early in the morning at 7 o'clock to the hospital, have my blood drawn, walk another kilometer to the doctor's chamber, show the blood report, come back to the cafeteria, sit with me there, and then again go back and take doctor's advice. In and out. For 14 days, that's what he used to do. And at that time, he was 75. Imagine a 45-year-old son and he was 72. Every day, in and out. And I thought, more than anyone, I owe my life to him. He literally gave back my life to me. And second third, my heart goes up for my son, who was there with me, and he was only 17 years old. He gave up his A-level exam. He was with Sunbeams. He is an ex-Scholastican as well. He did his O-levels from Scholastica. His name is Yusuf Ahmed. He was there with me for 3 months. And he was there. He lived inside me, day in and day out. And I told him, son, you have taken my prayers. Whatever prayers I had for you for the rest of your life, you've taken it over one night. These are engineered now from University of Bangladesh. Nothing's lost. And my mother, who passed away last year, because after I came out from this leukemia, she suffered a stroke. Because she used to live in a paranoia that I would have my cancer relapsed. But my friend, take this lesson that in your life, everybody is important. Everybody is important. Your family, your friends, those who haven't been around you for years, will come back to you when you need them. And I have them. So that's why everybody in my life is important. Keep that in mind. Never breach your tie with anyone. Ever. Be the first one to go up and say, I'm sorry. So I really want to dedicate this to all of you. To my father, whose birthday is today. To my mother, who was my life, who still lives in me because I am her walking, talking values. And that's what you want to be as well. Your mom's walking, talking values. And my son, I salute him. And foremost, Mrs. Yasmin Murshid, because of whom today I am here. I am able to speak the way I am speaking. Thank you, God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.